Hey y'all, today I'm so excited to share with you my fall porch design for this year 2024. I've been working on it for well over a week, and before I show it to you, I want to point out three things. Number one, when creating your porch design each season, you want to think about the flowers and colors of that season. Secondly, you want to think about the durability of those items and flowers. And the third thing is you want to reuse from previous seasons to get the biggest bang out of your buck. So I wanted to start in the yard before I get up onto the steps, and that is just to show you that most of my yard is full of perennials, but I love to change out the flowers around my crepe myrtle tree just before you get to the steps of the porch, just because it really brings in the season and ties it all together. So I planted lots and lots of mums that are yellow and bronze, and then when you come up onto the steps, you see lots and lots of those colors reflected. I went with every color mum that I could find at Home Depot this year. Yellow, burgundy, purple, white, and they're all starting to bloom just gorgeously. You want to be careful about how much you water them. Have a well-draining pot. I also included 2 decorative cabbages. Check those regularly for slugs, and I used watering bulbs for both of those, so I would not overwater and give them root rot, which I so often like to do. I've also used pumpkins that are artificial, and I got these from Target last year and the year before. I've collected a few more this year. We've actually even carved some of them for Halloween last year. So when it is time for Halloween in a few weeks, I'll just turn those pumpkins around so we can see those beautiful faces on them. But I love using artificial pumpkins because of the durability. So when I use real pumpkins, they tend to rot quickly, as well as they don't do well in the elements out here. So really consider using some artificial pumpkins on your porch of all different sizes and colors. And I really wanted it to look like a pumpkin pile that kind of spills down the steps today. So I only used a few pumpkins on the left side, and then the right side, we've got this heady kind of cascade of pumpkins that looks so fun. I also have for my summer porch design some lanterns that are wicker that I also got from Target, and they're battery operated. So in the evenings and at night, I can turn those on and make a beautiful little mood here. Coming up the steps, I decided to reuse the ferns from my summer porch design because they were still alive and healthy, and I didn't want to just toss them when they were still doing good, but I needed to make them look more fallish. So I clumped them together here by the doors, and I put 2 little scarecrows on either side on the large ferns. And then I did a little pumpkin pile in each of the small ferns. These are artificial pumpkins, so it doesn't weigh down the fern, and I can just water on top of them, and they're gonna do well out in the element as well. I also changed my doormat, and it says, "Hey there, pumpkin." And I did a checkerboard underneath that because that's going to also be the rug that I use in the little sitting area. I've got 2 Amazon wreaths that I have used with all these different colors, burgundy and green and orange and bronze, that I've also used in my mums on the steps. And then I got 2 cornstalks as well, just to add some height so that I will go up as we go up the porch. Over here in the sitting area, I kept it very simple this year. I've got some pillow covers that I reused from last year that are an orange black plaid effect to also match with the rug. And we've got a little welcome sign and some plaid pumpkins, and I've got my welcome sign that I always use. Now these are real pumpkins, and I'll show you in another video later this week how we're gonna make these last as long as possible. I learned my lesson last year from using hay on the steps. So the hay tended to really mildew because of the rain that was hitting it. So I decided this year I still wanted to have my hay bales, but that I would put them underneath the cover of the porch. And then I've got some battery operated lights over here in these lanterns and another pumpkin. So this is my fall porch design 2024, and it was all about reusing, durability, and using the flowers and colors of the season. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe.